All right, as promised, we've got Ashok Kajaria. He's the CMD, Kajaria Ceramics, right here with us. Good to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining in. So, what is the on-ground demand situation looking like? Because we are hearing about a lot of launches from real estate players. So, I'd assume that is extrapolating into pretty strong demand. Break it down for us.
See, real estate has improved for the last 1 year, as we all know. But tile demand comes at a later stage. So, I think our demand thing from the real estate should start coming in the next 2 months onwards.
Ashokji, good morning. Nikunj also joining in. My limited point is that the real estate demand has been in an uptrend from last 2.5 years. So the demand or the units which were sold 2 years ago, which are getting delivered now, how come that demand so far has not kicked in?
Now, to answer to that, you know what happened? As you rightly said, real estate demand has improved for the last 2 years. I agree. But what happened? First of all, they sold what they had in inventory, and they started making new construction, which started a year back. Our demand will start coming in any time now in the next 2 months onwards, because once the project is completed, then the tile and sanitary ware demand comes in. So I think you will see every month we are seeing a better volume guidance. Now, starting from September onwards, I think things will be much better as far as the industry is concerned.
Your return ratios, I had the pleasure of tracking Kajaria for years now. They were always north of 30. Then it came a time that it slipped below 30. Could it come back to your original levels of 30 plus in terms of what the ROS could be?
See, that's difficult for me to answer, but I can tell you that we have been in the journey for 35 years. Things are better, things are improved. The biggest advantage we have now compared to our competitors is we have started using biofuel from December 2022. And so the cost of fuel, which was a very tough factor for 22-23, has improved drastically, and cost having come down, we are very, very competitive. Secondly, we are spending a lot more money on advertisement and promotion. And this year we'll be spending close to about 135 to 140 crores, which is about 25 to 30% more than what we spent last year. The only thing is, if you recall, at the beginning we gave a volume guidance of 13 to 15%. We are slightly taking it back, and I can assure you only on one front that every quarter one say quarter two will be better, quarter two say quarter three will be better, and quarter three say quarter four will be better. On this revenue guidance, we are not touching it right now. And EBITDA margin, we said 14 to 16%. And I can only tell you that we'll be at the higher end of that bracket.
Why do you think you will be able to achieve the higher end of the margin at a time when you are rolling back some of your guidance numbers? You're talking about margins going higher, which means operating leverage is kicking in?
The cost of fuel has come down drastically this year compared to 22-23.
Okay. Could you walk us through that, what the current penetration levels are when it comes to the tile industry? I mean, I always describe the tile industry that the mosaic floor is now getting converted into the tiling. That's the uptrading. And the granite and the marble floors is going to tiling. That is the downtrading. So the tiling industry or the floor tiling industry is in a sweet spot.
First of all, I must give you the data of the entire industry. Last year and in March, the total industry size is 60,000 crores. 42,400 crores was domestic and 17,500 crores was exports. So the total size of the industry is 60,000 crores. As you rightly said, because of innovation in products, a lot of mosaic flooring is being replaced by ceramic tiles. A lot of granite flooring is also being replaced by ceramic tiles, or marble also, because we are giving the same product in ceramics at this industry at a much cheaper cost than what it is costing you in marble and granite.
All right. What is the outlook then when it comes to your export opportunity? Because that seems to be what the industry is very excited about. Are you looking to tap into this opportunity, and how big could it be?
Kajaria is a small player in exports. We are more focused on domestic. Our margins are more, as you are aware, than the nearest competitor. We are 5 to 7% more than the nearest competitor. In exports, you are just one of the brands and you are competing with all international players. So Kajaria's focus will be on domestic market. Exports we are doing, but much lesser volume. It's hardly about 1.5%, 2% of our total turnover.
A lot of peers are getting a huge advantage from Middle East, and that's where the real boom is. That's where the real estate prices have gone higher. That's where I guess the real export boom is. Why have you consciously stayed away from not exporting a lot to Middle East?
No, just to correct you, the information, for your information, the biggest market for tiles from India today is USA. And number 2 market is Russia. Number 3 is UK. The Middle East, which was a much bigger market, has come down drastically this year because these markets have taken over. And Middle East, as you are aware, there is an anti-dumping duty also. And local production has increased in Middle East, but currently they're down to 5th, 6th, 7th level.
And you see the US market, can Indians really capture the US market given that there is a China +1 policy and the fact that, US infrastructure spends are strong? If India emerges as the preferred destination for US tile buyers, how large could this be and how big this could be for Kajaria?
See, last year India exported about 2,000 crores plus of exports to America out of 17,500. This year, the current scenario, we are looking at an exports where the country will do about 21,000 crores. And the US market should be close to about 3,000 crores. As Kajaria is concerned, as I already said, we are very much less in exports. Our focus would be on domestic and we are more focusing on domestic.
Okay. What about this entire premiumization trend that we're seeing picking up? People seem to be spending a lot more on uptrading. Is that something that you're as well noticing in terms of your overall product category? What has been the exact shift?
Pardon me, I didn't get your question. Can you repeat it, please?
About the premiumization trend, the fact that people are spending a lot more, they're uptrading. Is that a trend you're noticing too?
We are almost there. We are close to, if you see the entire range of ceramics, polished vitrified and glazed vitrified, we at Kajaria are almost 52% to 55% in value addition sector. The rest will be commodity, but almost 52 to 55% will be on the value added sector.
It's also expanding away from ceramics. That's unique diversification. You're trying to gain more in terms of what the basket is. What kind of diversification we should expect from Kajaria from the non-ceramic space?
See, we are doing 2 things. One is bathware, sanitary ware and bathware, where last year we did about 310 crores. And this year we are targeting at 425 crores, which is a growth of almost 35% plus. And from here on, every year we are looking at 30% growth. We are well established there. The product range is good. And we have created our good dealer and distributor base. In tiles, we have only dealers, but in bathware, we have distributors and dealers both. As far as the other vertical is concerned, which is the ply and laminates, we are just doing trading right now. And last year we did about 77 crores. This year we are looking about 90 crores. That market is still, we have lot to penetrate.
But why are you diversifying? You're not the biggest player both in the bathroom fitting and also in the laminate market. Your core business is growing at 15-18%. US has just opened for you. Why would you look at diversifying?
See, bathware, sanitary ware, it's the same customer. Almost 50% of the dealers which we are dealing today are Kajaria dealers, and rest are 50% who are in that line. So it took 5-6 years to do that, to come to this level now. And for your information, bathware is making good money and will continue to make good money. First quarter EBITDA was close to about 12%. So it is supplementing to what the tile business. As far as ply and laminates are concerned, you are absolutely correct, because this industry was very disorganized. And because of GST, we got into it because there are 2 major players, Green Ply, the Green family, you can say, and Century. And we hope that we'll get some market share out of that. It's only trading right now.
Good to have you on board. Thanks so much for taking time out and joining in.